Belmont, this is Hannah Fischer with your community calendar. September always feels like a mad dash, a race to back to school nights and putting away the lawnmower and getting gardens ready for the winter. Now that September is finally over, we can focus on the excitement and events that come with October, and there's so much going on. American writer Elizabeth George Spear once wrote, quote, "In October, any wonderful, unexpected thing might be possible," end quote. This is absolutely true in Belmont. There are so many unexpected events right around the corner. Belmont seems particularly adept at producing young entrepreneurs, and this month those forward-thinking youngsters are featured as official vendors at the Belmont Farmers Market. On Thursday, October 9th from 3:30 to 5:30, these mini makers will be selling their wares, many to support local nonprofit organizations. How about some 3D printed crafts with your perfectly tart apples, or some paper airplanes with your baked goods? Support some great causes and some great children on your weekly trip to the market. Are the crisp mornings making it difficult to get out of bed? Here's an event that will not only get you out, but it may inspire you to sing and dance. It's Broadway Night 2025. Broadway Night is the Belmont High School Performing Arts Company's annual musical theater cabaret. Students perform classical show tunes and contemporary work from new musical theater composers in an evening of song, dance, and storytelling. Each year, the show features more than 20 solo, duet, and group songs with a mix of humor, heart, romance, and high-energy fun. Tickets are available now at belmontpack.booktix.com. These seats go quickly, so don't throw away your shot at getting the hottest ticket in town. Up next is a favorite of the youngest Belmontians. Touch a Truck returns to Belmont. This event, sponsored by Belmont Youth Activities, DARE, and the Belmont Center Business Association, occurs on Saturday, October 11th from 11 to 2 in the Claflin Street Municipal Parking Lot. Learn about the trucks you see around town that keep residents safe. Belmont is truly a community that prioritizes giving back and providing assistance to those in need. Belmont Serves on Monday, October 13th is an amazing opportunity to come together as a town and pitch in for Belmont. Volunteer opportunities include picking up food donations and sorting food for the Belmont Food Pantry, removing invasive knotweed throughout town, helping with a PQ Park cleanup, and more. To take part in Belmont Serves, meet at First Church Belmont, 404 Concord Ave at 9 a.m. Breakfast and lunch will be provided. In celebration and observance of Indigenous Peoples Day on October 13th, Belmont Against Racism and the Opening Doors Project will feature a live concert and conversation featuring Thea Hopkins and Linda Coombs of the Kina Wampanoag tribe. Beginning at 7 p.m., this event promises an enriching evening of music, storytelling, and dialogue about the experiences and cultural heritage of Indigenous communities. Thea Hopkins is a singer-songwriter acclaimed for her unique Red Roots Americana style. Linda Coombs is a historian and the author of Colonization and the Wampanoag Story, and is a leading expert on Wampanoag history and culture. The evening will feature a combination of traditional and contemporary Indigenous music, including original compositions and timeless tribal artistry. Following the musical performance, Thea, Linda, and host Alistair Mook will engage in a conversation with the audience, reflecting on the role of Indigenous artists and their influence in the 21st century. This is a free event. For additional information and to register, visit belmontagainstracism.org. On October 15th at 7 p.m., POMS, or Parents of Music Students, is sponsoring a night of funky strings. The Belmont High School Orchestra will take the stage for a fun night of music with Rob Flax's Boom Chick Trio, bringing together hot swing, snarky songwriting, and lyrical storytelling. This violin, guitar, and bass trio will transport you out of Belmont High School and to a speakeasy somewhere in the back of a bar. A $10 donation at the door is suggested, with proceeds benefiting K-12 music education in Belmont. We have an amazing home of historical significance in our backyard. This month, there is an opportunity to visit the Homer House and to enjoy an elegant evening of fine art, hors d'oeuvres, drinks, music, a silent auction, and historical musings on an upcoming MFA exhibition of Light and Air, Winslow Homer in watercolor. And, as an added treat, be one of the first to see a special unveiling of a new portrait of Winslow Homer by world-renowned artists Warren and Lucia Prosperi. Tickets to this Friday, October 17th event are available at belmontwomensclub.org. Now, you didn't think I would do a show about October events without diving into Halloween, did you? Our first Halloween-related Belmont Public Library event takes place on October 21st from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Parish Hall of All Saints Episcopal Church. Get crafty and bring an adorable crocheted ghost creation to life in this hands-on workshop dedicated to the art of amigurumi, the Japanese craft of crocheting small, stuffed figures. This class is not for the absolute beginner, so participants should be comfortable making basic crochet stitches. Visit belmontpubliclibrary.net to register for this event. Another fall favorite returns to Belmont. The First Armenian Church's Fall Fest 2025 takes place Saturday, October 25th from 12 to 7 p.m. Come hungry for an authentic Armenian feast, fresh pastries, and Sunday school sweet treats. Additional information on this culinary event is available at facbelmont.org. So, I have this non-functioning blender in my basement that I just can't toss. I feel like it's an easy repair, but I have no idea how to diagnose the problem or the tools with which to solve the problem. Lucky for me and all of Belmont, the Belmont Public Library is holding a Fix-It clinic. On Saturday, October 25th, from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Beach Street Center, bring your coffee makers, computers, toys, and more for assessment, disassembly, and possible repair. Fix-It coaches will be available for consultation on broken items. They'll provide workspace, specialty tools, and guidance. Whether you fix it or not, you'll learn more about how it was manufactured and how it worked. Okay, so fingers crossed for my blender. On Saturday, October 25th, from 7 to 8:30 p.m., Powers Music School will hold Crossroads of Sound, folk music from Turkey, a journey through Anatolia. This concert brings together local talent to celebrate and connect the diverse modal music traditions of the Middle East, the Balkans, and Anatolia. It explores the vibrant folk heritage of Turkey, weaving traditional sounds with contemporary influences. Don't miss out on purchasing tickets for this event. Information and ticket sales are available at powersmusic.org. Time to pull out those bunny ears, shake the dirt off the Marvel costumes, and get ready to run for it at the FB's annual Apple Run on Sunday, October 26th. With 5K and 2K races, you can walk, run, or stroll your way through the finish line, all while supporting education in Belmont Public Schools. This is also a wonderful chance to put together a team. Think team costumes and run with your neighbors, coworkers, and friends. Prizes are given for age groups and for best costume, and there are even team prizes. So, lace up those shoes and run for education. Registration is available at fbebelmont.org. While you may see some animal costumes at the FB Run, you will definitely hear about animals at the Belmont Public Library's Author Talk with Brad Timm, author of Wildlife Out Your Window, Fascinating Facts About 100 Animals Commonly Seen in the Northwestern U.S. Brad, a wildlife ecologist and the founder and executive director of the Northeast Wildlife Team, will share some of his favorite facts from his book, discuss simple actions everyone can take to help wildlife, answer wildlife questions, and much more. This is a very family-friendly event for ages 8 to 108. Information and registration are available at belmontpubliclibrary.net. From wildlife to intrigue at Rock Meadow. The Belmont Historical Society and the Waltham Historical Society are hosting a local true crime event. On October 28th, live or rebroadcast from the Beach Street Center on October 31st, learn about the 17th century scandal of Ruth Sawtell. I won't spoil it, but there is romance, intrigue, and criminal behavior with Great Rock at Rock Meadow as the scene of the crime. Can't wait to learn more? Visit beachstreetcenter.org for additional information. You didn't think I'd be done with costumes so soon, did you? Another great trial run for Halloween is the Belmont High School Masquerade Concert on Thursday, October 30th at 6:30 p.m. This is definitely the spookiest concert of the year. Designed with young and young at heart families in mind, this concert is free and open to the public, and Halloween costumes are strongly encouraged. Dipping our toes into November, the Belmont Dramatic Club brings you The Merry Wives of Windsor, also known as Shakespeare's original Real Housewives. This show, running from November 1st through the 9th at Belmont Town Hall Auditorium, is a timeless tale of a stranger with a bad reputation arriving in town to seek his fortune and in the process stirring up a town full of trouble with his schemes. It's up to the women of Windsor to teach him and the other men of Windsor an important lesson. For showtimes and tickets, visit belmontdramaticclub.org. This month's events have been rich with cultural exploration and music. On to someone who's bringing those two together with the development of a new nonprofit and an exciting event. With us today is Belmont resident Haig Hovsepian. Welcome.
Hi, Hannah. How are you?
We're so glad you could be with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So maybe we could just start by having you do a kind of general introduction.
Sure. I guess we could start from the beginning. My journey as a musician was very unexpected. It was not a planned thing. My parents, we do have a very musical family, but my parents weren't necessarily saying that when they have a child, absolutely they have to go into music. Um, but they were definitely adamant about the fact that they wanted me to learn music, just to have the discipline, the dedication, the drive. And it does teach a young child a lot about life as well with these qualities. And so it just so happened that through time, it became a part of my life, so ingrained with what I do on a day-to-day basis that there wasn't much real thought that went behind like, okay, now is the time I'm going to become a musician. It just really happened that way, and it was a beautiful journey that shaped me into who I am, and I'm so grateful to have these such supportive parents that never forced anything on me. They never said, you have to do this, you have to do this, but they instilled in me the drive and the dedication to pursue something to the fullest extent. And if it happens, it happens, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but I still got the education and the experience to pursue something like that.
And I noticed when I was on your website that you play multiple instruments. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I would say my main instrument is definitely violin. I started when I was
Hmm.
4 years old.
Wow.
But I also have a love for jazz music. And so when I was well, the funny story is when I was in fifth grade, I wanted to start on saxophone. But unfortunately, there were none left to rent at school. And so I actually ended up starting on clarinet, which was a blessing because, in my humble opinion, I think clarinet is a bit more difficult than saxophone is. And so it gave me a really good foundation to be able to transfer to saxophone in sixth grade. And ever since then, I've been in the wind ensembles, the bands, jazz combos, and it's been so much fun exploring that side of music, which is total opposite from classical music that I've been trained as since I was a kid. So I've held on to that, and I continue to perform and teach saxophone as well, and I love it.
Excellent. So this is an event show, what's going on in our community, and I was hoping you could tell us about your exciting nonprofit and kind of how you decided to develop this program. And it sounds like you have some great events coming up, so maybe you can walk us through the journey.
Sure, sure. So this has been a dream project of mine for many years now. It's called MCMA, which stands for Massachusetts Chamber Music Artists, and it's a concert series in its essence, which started from a few places. For me, my goal as a musician, one of my goals as a musician, is to continue my grandmother's legacy. My grandmother was a violinist. Her name was Anahit Tsitsikian, a very prominent violinist in Armenia. And her legacy, I would love to continue that, which was to bring the music of the world to Armenia and to bring the music of Armenia to the world. And so wherever I went, whether it was giving a concert or a recital anywhere in the world, I always tried my best to include at least one Armenian piece because it's not the music especially is not so well known. It's not recognized, and a lot of people don't know what Armenia even is. And so it's a really pr great privilege for me to be able to have that ability to share with people and to tell stories to people through my music. And that's been something that was, I guess, a part of the impetus of creating MCMA was it's giving me a platform to be able to continue to spread Armenian music and culture and history and kind of open up that conversation to more people who might not know about it. As well as, a lot of people know the Brahms and the Beethovens, the Mozart, the classical repertoire that we all know and love. But I think adding these little new gems to people's ears and to introducing them to it is really in my experience what I've gotten from people is that it's so inspiring and it's so new, it's fresh, and they love it. There's so much rich culture there, and so that's definitely one part of why I wanted to start MCMA. A second part was just, I guess, very generically speaking, my love of music. I have so many ideas that I would, again, love to share with as many people as I can. And I really do view music as a universal language. It's one of those things that you can travel anywhere in the world, you can play music for someone not speaking their language, but you can talk to them, you can connect with them. And I think that's one of the most powerful and most beautiful things. It really unites people. And so through this, I figured, I I could put these ideas and channel them into this organization, bring as many people together as I can, bring communities together, bring artists together, and tie as many pieces from around the world, cultures together to create programs that are important to me and can be inspiring for anyone else. So that's where it came
Right.
from.
So when you were developing the MCMA, with whom did you collaborate and who are you working with to bring about this organization?
Well, this project would not have been possible without my amazing board of directors. It's an amazing multinational group of people from people I truly admire and respect, my professors and colleagues and friends that have put so much work and passion into getting this off the ground, and it really, really means a lot. So none of this would have been possible without them. But in terms of the artists that are performing for the concerts, we have it's going to change from concert to concert. It's not always going to be the same set group of people, and that allows us the freedom to introduce people from all different walks of life, from all different parts of the world. And we're basing the programs off of the chemistry of the artists and the way that the pieces pair together in the program. So it's all of these different factors that can contribute to a ongoing kind of cycle of new musicians, new faces, fresh opinions, fresh ideas, and that's something that I find really, really inspiring for myself because I get to surround myself with these all these different ideas and create something new every time. Rather than having a set group of people, it's just going to change. So for this first concert coming up, which is on Saturday, November 1st at 6 p.m. at the First Parish in Bedford, we have an amazing, amazing cast here. We have Edward Aaron, who is a cello faculty at University of Massachusetts Amherst, and someone I really, really admire and look up to. He's an amazing, amazing musician, and I'm incredibly honored that I get to share the stage with him. We have Dina Weinstein, who is a piano faculty at New England Conservatory, and I've worked with her before a few times, especially when I was in high school, when I was at the New England Conservatory Preparatory Division. We've played together, we've worked together, performed, and so it's really great to be able to reconnect on this concert for this occasion, this momentous occasion. And then two friends of mine, Michael Fischer, violinist, and Yechun Lin, who is a violist, both NEC graduates, and very, very hardworking and dedicated musicians that I also look up to a lot. And I'm very excited to be able to share the stage with them.
If viewers want to learn more about this inaugural concert on November 1st or what's coming down the pipeline, what's the best way to do that?
I will definitely be keeping my personal website updated, which always has a list of my concerts for the season, what's coming up for me personally, and that does include what is on MCMA's website. And my personal website is haighovsepian.com. And we also do have MCMA's website, the nonprofit organization, which is mcmartists.org. And that also has a concert calendar. And in the future, when we start to incorporate workshops and master classes and things like that into our season, that will also stay updated. So check the calendar tabs, and we will be sure to keep that updated well in advance so you can know where to find tickets. It will have a link there and everything. And we try and streamline that as much as possible because we know that there's so much craziness when it comes to the online ticketing services and things like that. So we really want to streamline it and make it as clear as possible. It will always be linked and it'll be there.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations
Thank you so
on
much,
all
Hannah.
that you are doing, and we can't wait to hear about the first concert.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
That's it for this edition of the Belmont Community Calendar. If you would like to see your event featured on this program, please email event details to joanna@belmontmedia.org. Thank you. And now, here's a list of upcoming Belmont meetings that Belmont Media Center will air.